Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019. This is Stage Racer episode number 61. We're into April now, and we are ready to begin the Itzulia Basque Country, beginning in Bilbao. So, stage one. It's a little bit punchy, but that last climb, nothing too serious about it, though it's not exactly the shortest climb. It is 4.7 kilometers at 7.5% average gradient, topping out at just under 13%. That'll do a little damage to the field, but it's a full 14 kilometers away from the finish, so this is not going to be a tiny group at the end. There's going to be plenty of riders left. I wasn't expecting to come back until the final climb, but we come back on the penultimate climb because if you look at the team, I'm looking fine, but everybody else is pretty dang tired. 4 riders in the break have a 2-minute lead, so it's not like they have a huge gap over us, but the chase is definitely on. Also, you might have caught right at the beginning as I cut back in, Bennert, Ineos's top rider, has gone down in a crash and is off the back, and we're starting to lose some of my teammates. Luke Durbridge out the back. I have team leader status. Not only do I have team leader status, but I am picked by my team to win the GC for this race. So we are going to have to focus on making sure we don't lose any time on today's stage, first and foremost. Just 80 riders left in the peloton, and Otten is the only one remaining, so really some serious damage, and kind of for the first time since, you know, I'm going to have him follow me for a while. Really for the first time, well, okay, maybe not the first time, about the second time now, since starting this season with Mitchelton Scott, fearing for much of the same from last year, that the team was not going to be able to support me very well. Here we are with the team not being able to support me very well. I'm down to a single rider, and he is absolutely toast. I'm trying to get him just on my wheel where he can recover, and he's not recovering at all. Let's have him stay put here for a second and kind of just stick it out. He was actually dropping anyway. So we're approaching that climb. There's 3 riders left in the break. They only have 30 seconds, so they're not a threat. Otten's not going to recover. I'm going to be on my own for this final climb. 4.7 kilometers in length. At the pace, though, it's not going to be easy. We still have 20k to go till the end. I have no water. Could be a factor. Could be a factor. Could this race get messed up right away on stage number 1? Breakaway is done. 83 now in the peloton and beginning to shrink. Otten's probably going to go out the back here pretty soon, I would imagine. Okay, here comes an acceleration.
Goes onto the attack. It's survival of the fittest, and evolution doesn't seem to favor those in the rear.
Gaudu and Alaphilippe. I've actually left the rest of the field behind as well, so I'm in pretty good shape here behind these guys.
There are just 15 kilometers left.
Well, I had left the rest of the field behind there. Here we go, approaching the top. Red bar running out, but plenty of yellow bar, little gap. And I've reached these guys. There goes Alaphilippe.
There's an attack in the leading group. Some riders were not giving it their all and sharing the pace.
20-second gap behind us. 12 in front. We are gaining on him right now, so it looks like Gaudu is bringing him back on. Meanwhile, I'm staying put right here, and there you go. We're back to a front group of 3 with a 22-second gap over the field. I'm not sure that's going to be enough for us to get to the finish alone, but even if we don't, that's only 36 riders behind us. That's still a pretty big group, but you know, it's close enough. All right, down to 7k to the finish. Just about time to use our gel, and we're also just about to the base. There you go. We're into town with just over 5K, 5.5K to go, and the gap's down to 12 seconds, so we will be caught. And oh, come on, I'm going 99. No, you know what? Those guys are going to get pulled back in. Just don't drop back 30 wheels, though, please. Thank you. 3.5K to go. There's no way those two stay away. 2.5K to go. 2K to go. There we go. Pull them back. And I get out front with just over 1K to go. There's the finish. But here comes the sprint with all those actual sprinters. My little acceleration helps me pull back. But Alaphilippe still manages second. Wow. Egan Bernal takes the stage though. Lambrecht third. Tolhoek, Frele, Falkgren, Pinot, Gaudu. So Gaudu still manages top 10. I take ninth ahead of Thoreau and Dennis, who I'm often referred to as by the commentary team. Schachman, Haig, Dumoulin. Wow, there's a lot better riders here than what I was expecting when they said, yeah, you should go win this race. Bernal's here. Dumoulin's here. Pinot's here. I don't know how bad the climbing is. Alaphilippe's here. If it's like this stage, there's no way I'm beating him. Evenepoel, Kwiatkowski, Carapaz. I mean, this is a pretty dang good group of riders. So the fact that I even took a top 10 on this stage is pretty impressive. And it looks like we had close to 40 riders in the front group. So time gaps are definitely... We've eliminated some from the contest, but certainly not most. Well, technically it's a minority, but 38 riders is a lot to still be in contention. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Alaphilippe's going to win, and Alaphilippe's going to win, and Alaphilippe probably not going to win that one. Yeah, 6K. He's not going to win that, surely. He'll win that one, though. That's where I stand a chance. But Dumoulin's here, too, so... Not quite sure why I'm picked as the favorite. There's really one stage that I've got a chance of winning, and at that point Alaphilippe might lose a minute. But how much time will he gain over the other 4 punchy stages? Will he have 40 seconds? Well, I guess he won't. It would be 36 at most. He only took second on that stage. So stage number 2. To me, the profile makes this look like this is the ocean stage. The undulation spread out the way it is, shape of the hills the way they are, looks like a series of waves to me. Come in with good condition today, +2. Mountains a full-blown 85 today, hills are in 83 today. I'm definitely not getting dropped. Stamina, resistance are plenty high enough, so I'll stay put. But you can see there's definitely some pace. We still have 2 climbs to go. Even I got a little bit fatigued over that. Bewley come back with water one final time, but otherwise a lot of the guys are kind of hanging on towards the back end of the group as we go over this time. And we're starting to see some splits as we go over. 108 riders left in the peloton. 105 now. It's thinning out more and more. Breakaway had a massive 7+ minute lead with 9 riders in the break. That's a bit much to give that many riders, but we have been pulling them back. It's down to 4 now, and they're down to a minute. But it's that chase, the pace of that chase, and I never did get water. Thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Okay, so we've got 5K to go. We're on ×2 speed here. We need to start accelerating here a bit. Make sure we don't get dropped. Catch those four at the front. Take the points at the top. Sit up. Ah, we split the field. There's just 4 of us now. Alpha 79 of us, I meant. Alright. Gel 45.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Kwiatkowski. Just trying to get the right position here. 2K to go. Oh, I'm boxed in. Boxed in. Come on, let me out. Let me out. There you go. 1K to go. In a good position. Start our sprint. Come on, can I get some time here today? Can I get some time? Brunel takes another win. Oh, come on, I get 4th. No bonus time for me. Aaron Burrow pips me at the line by no gap at all because I thought I was ahead of him. Clearly, the photo finish would show you otherwise. Game doesn't lie. But my eyes lied. My eyes told me I took 3rd. And with about 40-something riders, it might eliminate a couple from the 38 we had. But no more than a couple. Well, I'm up to 4th over... Oh, no time bonuses. Okay, no time bonuses. Oh, it eliminated 1. Just 1. So 37 left in contention. Stage 3 could actually shake things up a little bit more. For one, up until a moment ago, it's been raining throughout most of the stage, for the last couple hours at least. And people are still going down. There's been a lot of crashes. A lot of crashes, a lot of riders off the back. Not from the intensity of the climbs, but from getting caught up in one crash or another. The breakaway of 11 riders are still 1:45 clear. And I'm blinking red at an 87 as we go into the steepest climb of the day. 9.2% average gradient with it getting really steep right at the top, but we're already just at the base. 5K to go. So it's not that long. Actually, it's pegged as 2.5 kilometers, so I don't know why we're getting it. Oh, that's 5. This is a preview of the final climb. This is the final climb right here. Go over the top, come down the other side, and that's where the stage finishes. Gotcha. That's why there was a 5 to go. 1K from the summit. Peloton already down to 47. I am riding solo at this point.
There's a breakaway in the leading group. The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Peloton really thinned out a lot on this climb. And we still have a couple climbs to go after this, so if we don't allow all those riders to come back at us, this could be a significant development. Down to 3 groups of riders off the front. 2 of the groups have just a single rider in it, and just all groups are single riders. Minute 50 to the front. Ciccone still has a small chance here. The other 2 will definitely get caught, but Ciccone's a bit further ahead. Oh, more crashes. What is William Barta doing that far back? Probably the crashes, I would assume. 26K to go. I better grab some water. I'm all by myself, and that's a long distance to cover. Get your arm up. There you go. Get back to the front. So 29 in the group, no sign of anyone returning. We've got 9 riders a little over a minute behind us. They might make it back in, but hopefully not, because none of my teammates are in that group.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
And we're definitely seeing some fatigue setting in, riding on the flat for the most part through here. I'm recovering on this little descent area. Got a short climb coming and then more descent coming. So hopefully I will recover 1.7 kilometers, under 5%. This should be an easy climb for me. We caught one of the breakaway riders, but it's now 242 to the front. Seeing a little attack here, but it's Mohoric just kind of pulling the field along. One rider left, but Chakotay's got 2.5 minutes. I think he's got this stage 1, and what is his time like? 4:44 down, so it will not affect the overall. There's that little bit of recovery. That climb's not going to be an easy one, so this is going to be a small group. For one thing, it's already down to 29, the smallest group we've had in this race so far. But with just 8K to go, we'll pull back a bunch of time on that climb as we attack it. But Chaconi is definitely going to win this stage, I would think anyway. His pace is slowed quite a bit. Go ahead and use our gel now. We can attack the descent as well with the acrobatic or arrow tuck, either way. And here we go, 2.5K to the top. I'm in a prime position near the front, not ready to attack yet. Okay, here we go. Hershey.
Counter-attack by Tim Valence.
Coming up on the 1K banner. And they slow up. Down to 19 riders.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
See if we can get a little separation over the top. We do.
Attacked by Rohan Dennis.
Okay, just a little bit of recovery. And we go into the acrobatic descent.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
And we're going to take second on the stage. No victory today, but we do leave the group behind. Time gaps. That's going to move us into the race lead. Remember, Chakotay was about 4:45 down. Alaphilippe comes across the line next. Hershey, Valens, Martinez. Chris Froome's here. I didn't even know he was here. It's the first I've seen of him. Dumoulin, Dennis, Haig. Bernal just 11th. Adam Yates here, another surprise. Names that we had not seen: Lutsenko, Soler. It's a World Tour race, so I get it that there's plenty of names here. But a little surprised at just how strong this field is. Also a little surprised that I was able to successfully get away there at the top. Especially without the bonus of any kind of race day condition. It's only 16 seconds, but that's going to make a big difference. It would have been nice if we had the stage victory to go with it, but I'll take a 16-second lead over the next 14 riders, and then it's a minute gap from there. That's pretty nice. So we have the race lead. We're tied for second on points. Not in contention on KOM, but we do have the under 25s, of course. And the team is next to last in the entire grid, even though I lead the race. That's starting to look a lot more like last season. This is looking nice. We just gained 26 points, and we are now just 26 points away from leveling up. So another day like this should see the next level, but there shouldn't be any any attributes coming on the next level should be skill point only. Breakaway originally had 24 riders and a near 6-minute gap. They're down to 14, and they're down to a minute. Peloton chasing pretty hard, especially over the climbs. Shrinking further and further, down to 61. I'm down to 2 teammates. Chavez will soon be the only one left.
The entente in the escape group is far from cordial. There are a couple of riders who want to go it alone.
We're climbing right now, and actually we just caught most of the break.
Counterattack by Coffee.
Most of the break's been caught, and then the rest should be coming back pretty soon.
Teams can't be happy with the
Cosmophoi Alaphilippe, where do you guys think you're going? Nowhere? Okay. Just making sure. And that's why we ride at the front. Alright, Chavez is all that's left, but he is barely hanging on. We've got 2 climbs left to go. Next one's category 1, and then we have the finishing climb. That finishing climb favors me more than any other climb in this entire race so far. 6K, 7.5%, 10% max gradient. It does finish on a gentle slope, but hopefully by that point the field will have really thinned out. Alright, Chavez has recovered a little bit, and he's up here near me. Time to give me a little bit of protection before we head into that final one. Just one rider left off the front, and that's Yvonne Sousa, who in the last stage lost a ton of time after he crashed, got up, crashed again, and ended up the last rider with about a quarter of the stage to go. Last rider on the grid. That was just before we went live on that last stage. Alright, Chavez fading. No surprise there, but I'm in a good position near the front with plenty of energy. De La Cruz might go off the front here, but I'm not too worried if he does. Yeah, he's fading. I'd attack this climb if there's no reason to. I'll save it for the next climb. I don't need to attack early. I lead the race. Hello, Chavez. You're back. That gives a 2-minute gap to Sousa. 2.5. He gains a ton of time here over the top. Somebody wanted some KOM points.
There's a few riders jockeying for position at the front. There are just 15 kilometers left.
Alright, so 15k to go.
The gap is wide.
Could use water, it's okay. I'll live. Hopefully. I haven't seen how long it's been since I've been without water. 13k to go. And this is that first stage that I have a real shot at winning. But now, Sousa looks like he's going to have this stage wrapped up. So am I headed for another second place? There we go, just about to the climb. We're down to 2 minutes.
The peloton seems to want to wind the breakaway back in. Now they're riding, and the gap is melting away.
Alright, 7.4k. We're going to be going up, up, up here in a little bit. Take this right. Yeah, there it is. Okay, blinking red on a 92. Pace is hot, but they're going to slow up once we get here. Yates, Froome, immediately going for it. I want to cover this gap. There we go.
5 kilometers remaining.
Counterattack by Soler.
Group of 5 off the front. 3 chasing, just the one ahead. That was a lot of energy burnt in that. We've still got plenty of yellow bar, but Froome now leading the way. That's Yates. We're back to 56. There's Sousa. Well, we pulled back a ton of time on him.
There's a growing number of riders left behind.
Oh, Froome's attacking.
Attacked by Rohan Dennis.
Oh, it's Bennert. Bennert's attacking. Okay. We get separation again. 3K to go. $2K to go. And we've caught Sousa. 1.5K. 1K. Here we go for the stage. I don't have the sprint left, but I'm not going to lose time. Alaphilippe's going to take the stage. Lutsenko second. No time gaps. Martinez, Froome, Bernal, Haig. I get 7th on stage. Palace, Dumoulin, Hershey, Yates, Bennett, Bardet, Dennis. I was covering attacks over and over again, so I didn't have enough to attack the finish for the stage victory. But I cover any potential time losses and end up with none. Stage 5 is definitely less intense than this stage was. More like a punchy stage, more like an Alaphilippe stage. Funny thing was I was saying this was the stage Alaphilippe wouldn't win, and this is the first one that Alaphilippe has won. It's been second a couple times. Stage 6, though, definitely favors Dumoulin and I'll need to see where he's at on time. I don't know if he's lost time on any of these first 4 stages. 14 riders until we see our first time gap. So I have a 16-second lead. Alaphilippe, Bernal, Martinez, Dumoulin has not lost any time. I have just 11 riders now who have not lost any amount of time. Besides the 16 seconds of Evenepoel and Soler, definitely still in contention, and Lutsenko, all within a minute. So 15 riders still have a chance, and of those, the time trial, Evenepoel's going to put in a strong time. Froome's going to put in a strong time. Dennis will put in a great time. Dumoulin will put in a great time. Martinez could put in a decent time. So there's certainly some contention, and I'm not the strongest. Dennis and Dumoulin are definitely a hair stronger than I am. I'm really close to a fitness peak. It'll be nice if it hits before stage 6. Actually, I could technically trigger it. I might need it to win this race overall. 8 points. We draw. 55K to go. A little earlier than I wanted to be back, but there's enough action in this one that just in case, got to be prepared for it. Peloton technically at the moment was down there at 24 riders. We had a 20-man break. It's shrinking. They're losing them kind of one by one. Not quite sure what size they're at right now, but it's coming down a little bit. And meanwhile, Peloton getting smaller, and the gap behind us is getting bigger, so I don't think anyone's coming back at us. We're down to 39. Chavez the only one here, and he's about to go out the back. 13 riders left off the front. Minute 40 to the front of 2 groups. Just 31 chasing now. And yeah, 2 climbs to go, plus the finishing climb. It's short, steep, so it's Alaphilippe territory. But the team wants me to win the stage. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about fending for myself in the overall. So we're at 33 riders, chasing 3, chasing 10. And it's a minute 38 to the front as we go through this sprint point. And head up one of these final climbs. Meanwhile, we're down to 25, but there are 25 riders just behind us, including Chavez. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if they make contact with us again. Very close now. And they temporarily make contact, but Chavez is in the group that didn't fully establish contact, so that's not good. But let's bring it back on down just in case there's a number of breakaway riders. Feels like a time where I could put a little punishment into this group. Thin it out a little further without really hurting myself. especially if Chavez is 4 minutes behind us, or 3.5 minutes. Oops, I left everyone behind just like that. Well, didn't mean to do that, but we'll recover on this descent and let those at least 3 guys come back at us.
Behind. A team leader is falling behind. 15 kilometers remaining.
$13K. Have water for the last $13K. There you go. We're back to 4 riders. Haig, Yates, Reichenbach here. And now we have a group of 27. That's the thinning out that I was wanting to do. Just not trying to do damage to myself. Minute 35 to the front. 2 climbs to go. They're back to back. There will be very little recovery in between them. 5K to the summit. A little more recovery has happened here. Not full strength though. So that one thing to watch out for is how many will be full strength.
One of the motorcyclists says that a rider is down. Apparently he didn't interfere with the race.
I'll wait for the final climb to make an attack. For now I sit on and cover the likes of Yates,
The riders are in a portion
Thomas,
Sorry,
Palace.
I don't know
Yates
that
goes
one.
into the attack.
Okay, we just pulled back Yates. Yates attacks again.
away from the group. He's going for victory.
Counter-attack by Romain Bardet.
4 riders left off the front, and we're just about to pull those guys in.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Alright, 1 climb to go. 3.7K to the end. Use my gel right now. I thought this climb was going to be a little bit longer. It looks like it's just a short, steep finishing climb. Palace, Bardet, get a little separation. Oh gosh, we just lapped some guys.
Attack by Romain Bardet.
I've got a little separation behind me. It's about the same as what's in front of me though. 1K to go. 800 meters. 500 meters. There's the finish.
And the final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first to the line today?
Oh, I just ran out of energy. Palace is going to take the stage.
That win, it was very well deserved.
Bardet is going to take second. I take third.
Made it through sheer
And there's a gap.
This stage was a real strength.
Yates takes fourth. Dumoulin, Ciccone, Haig. Should be extending my race lead. I don't know what time gaps will be given or won't be given. I would assume Palace, Bardet, and I come in same time. Yates, Dumoulin, Ciccone, Haig should be a little ways back, and then Vellens and his group even further down. And we just now got to 20 riders, so there should be some pretty good time gaps emerging today. I mean, we're already at 5 minutes. And riders falling right at the finish. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen that in a long time. It was Volgren who went down. Ouch. That really hurts his chances. You would think he would be in the top 20, and he was well behind that. But if we could add another 20, 30 seconds to Dumoulin, that's huge going into that final stage. And Rowan Dennis not in the top 20. So the 2 threats in the time trial for the overall, both taking some losses. It looks like Dennis has taken some big losses. Time cutoff is... That guy's out of it.
We've selected
Just the last rider. Oh, Palace gets 7 seconds. Bardet and I 7 seconds behind. Yates, Dumoulin 35, so almost 30-second gain, 28. Ciccone, Haig 46 down. That's good time gaps because now Palace is 9 seconds down, but Palace is not very good on time trial. 16 to Bardet. Again, not a good time trialist. So Dumoulin is 44 behind. He's the big threat. Got a decent little cushion heading into the final stage. And Evenepoel is 6 minutes behind in 10th. So really, just 6 riders left in any type of contention, and only one of them could or should threaten me in the next stage. Just 6 points away from leveling up, so we're very, very close on that now. And we hit the fitness peak anyway, so there you go. Tomorrow we begin our fitness peak after today's race. So I didn't even have to trigger it myself. It triggers itself. Final stage. I've got a decent lead. I'm in a good position. That fight, top 6. Those last riders all getting ready to set off now. So this is a tough time trial. It's 18 kilometers. You can see there's just a little bit of flat before you go into a fairly steady descent through the first checkpoint. Little flat section before you go up a gradual climb. Climb's not that bad. Most of the climbing right at the beginning. Oof, Bennett just went top. 1 second faster than Carapaz. The times are all coming down all of a sudden. Bernal already finished. Wow, how far down the standings is he? There you go. We set off, and I want to be strong out the gate. Really want to be strong out the gate so we can get up to speed, because we're going to settle down here in just a little bit. There we go. Here's where we settle down. So we're going to try to cruise through this as much as possible, save up energy for the upcoming climb. So we don't want to pedal much through here at all. Nice. Doing a really good job just cruising through here. 58 kilometers an hour, still descending. We have to slow down through the corner and accelerate out for a moment, but there you go. Okay, I think we could push about a 76 on the flat. First checkpoint, 16 seconds behind. But look how much energy. I mean, we've barely used any energy off the start. Here we go. First climb. We'll try a 76 through here. The second climb is the one that's pretty serious and where the biggest time gaps will happen. It's only 2 kilometers in length, but 12% average, and it maxes out at nearly 20. Okay, here's that toughest section. Let's push it a little bit through here. Come on now. Come on now. Get that pace up. Get that pace up. There you go. Now ease off again. You know what? I think we could stay at about a 78, 79. We've still got plenty of energy for that final climb right now, and shouldn't have a bad time at all, I would assume.
With that intermediate
Into the lead. We're the last rider out there, and we've got all that energy left. +3 race day condition, by the way. We're a 83 time trial, 84 mountain today, and lots of resistance. We're going to push in 82, I think, on this climb. We'll see what we could do with that. 1.7, 0.6K to go. Okay, time's at the end. Bennett still in the lead. Those last guys should be coming in pretty soon. Look who we are catching up to. 1K to go. Little too hard, though. Little too hard. Ease off, ease off, ease off.
The best
Here's the top. Here's the top, but we went too hard out the gates. Oh, not quite the top. Oh, there's the start.
It would seem as though the best time has been beaten.
Oof, got it. Got it. Stage win, race win. Paulus went second, quickest. Moulin third, Better fourth. So the top times right at the end, but we were the quickest of all. We really made up a lot of time on that last climb. I think we were just flying up that climb till the end, though we did slow down at the end. 41-second victory. Bardet finishes third, Dumoulin fourth, Yates fifth, Haig sixth, and then you see the big time gaps, the big jump. Lutsenko seventh, Evenepoel, Ciccone, and Tim Wellens. I get the points classification as well. Of course, the young rider, and as a team, we were nowhere near. Movistar wins that one. Stage and race. Points, under 25s, and as a team, we scooted up to 17th. But that's pretty dang bad. So, pretty fortunate to get the win. 53 points, that's a level up. Just a skill point. Let's go ahead and spend it right away here. And what are we looking at? There's willpower. These guys are still here. And the stealth could always be a thing, but I don't really use them. So I suppose let's go ahead and get that discovery taken care of. So I guess the charisma could be a thing to start focusing on. There's not much left out there. We're definitely getting down to it on skill points. Just 11 to go. But with yet another victory, we move up 7 spots back into second place. Still behind Bernal, though. But it's enough to regain the top step of the Super Prestige. 1,479 points already in the season. What a difference from a year ago. What a difference. Speaking of, where were we a year ago? 2,400 for the whole year. We're already just 1,000 away from that, and it's the 13th of April. Already just 500 away from what we did with Antwerp, and that was good for 7th. That was good for 4th. We're in a really strong position to definitely finish in the top couple this season from the looks of it. I'm Decathlon Gamer. That's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.